Hi, Gary Chillingworth here for Airgunner magazine and Shooting and Country TV. Welcome to Life at the Range. Today we've got the next part in our how-to series, or how to shoot HFT. We've looked at how to get the best out of your Springer. We've looked at how to get the best out of your PCP. Our last episode was how to do a free kneeling shot. And this week we're looking at how to do a freestander. Yes, the nemesis shot of virtually every HFT shooter out there. Welcome to Life at the Range. The unsupported standing shot. You walk up to the target, you look at it, your body fills with dread, and you go, oh my lord, that seems like such a long way away. Well, we're not 10-meter rifle shooters. We can't put pellets within a tiny little fraction. But we do stand a good chance of knocking it over if we follow a few simple rules. And the first one, just like the kneeler, is alignment. When you walk up to the target, you have your peg, and that will usually be a 4-inch peg in front of you. This one's a bit big, but it should be a 4-inch peg. In front of you is the target. It's, say, 30 yards away. So initially, line your body up. So if you drew a line across your chest, it pointed directly at the target. The next thing you want to do is take your rifle, raise it and put it down into a neutral position and look through your scope. Now, if your scope is now pointing directly at the target, you're properly aligned. But there's a chance you might have got it slightly wrong. Your rear foot might be slightly to the right or slightly to the left, and that when you look through, the target is, say, on the right-hand side of your scope or the left, or is completely out of the scope. And what people will start doing is they will start twisting around trying to find the target. So let's say this is our neutral position, and we're now turning, and now we're looking at the target. Well, our body and our muscles are being used to move. And your body naturally always wants to return back to that neutral position. So it's perfectly fine to move about until you find your target. But now once you've found it, put the gun down, alter your rear foot so that you're more in line, raise up, have a look, and now hopefully you're pointing directly at the target. You're not using any muscles to keep you in position, and all you need to do is focus on sending the lead down range. Okay, so we're now aligned, and now we want to think about what do we do with our feet. Well, I personally like to point my foot. I don't stand with my feet completely horizontal. I like to rotate my foot slightly so it's not this point in there or directly at the target, it's just slightly angled. My rear foot I like to have horizontal. So that way, if we're being buffeted by the wind, I've got a more stable platform. This leg is controlling me left and right, and my rear leg is controlling me forward and back. We also have a slight bend in the knees. Now, this might seem strange, but as I said, many years ago, I was a martial arts instructor, and my fighting stance was in that exact position. So I feel incredibly comfortable standing here like this. It comes down to how you want to be comfortable to take this shot, because this is the secret of doing a stander. You can't be fighting your body. You want to be neutral. You want to be stable. So knees slightly bent, foot slightly pointed forward, rear foot horizontal to that plane or to that, and then you come up and you're on. So for me, that is very comfortable and very stable. So find your own position, but that works for me. The next most important bit is your leading hand. How do you hold the rifle? Do you hold it gripping it like that? Do you have it on the ball of your fist? Do you have your thumb to the right with your hand rotated round? Do you have it like that with your thumb to the left and just sitting in? Well, first thing you need to do before you decide how you're going to grip the rifle is you need to get your position right. So again, we've got our stance correct. And what we want to do is throw our hips slightly forward so that there's a bit of a curve, almost like the end of a K on this side. Most of the weight on the rear foot, so that's nice and light. And now you want to do is you want to put that elbow into your ribs so that when the rifle is sitting there, all of the weight of the rifle is going through this arm and into your body. Now, there are some good shooters, some great shooters out there, people like Pete Sparks, and they use the shotgun stance. They'll walk up to the peg and they will come up like that and they will fire, completely floating. But that works for them. I'll put up a picture here of Gordon Smith. Now, Gordon's also a high-level martial artist, and he spent his life in that position. So he likes to shoot like that without the elbow in the ribs, because for him that's a very stable position. But most of us don't have the muscle or skeletal structure that Gordon does. So when you put your hand down, down there and you push down, you can feel that that's pushing into your ribs. If you push there like that, you see the hand going up and down in there, and I can't push it down. You're building a stable platform. So hand in the ribs, rifle in there. Now, I think it was Ryan Cholton who used to have his hand twisted round like that, and you can actually feel the hand putting pressure on the rifle. Now, that can work very well. It gives you quite a stable position, but again, your muscles are trying to force the rifle in the right direction, or in that direction, because your hand is twisted and it naturally wants to go back that way. It can work very well. I personally have never been able to get on with it. Other people like to have the hand curled in and the rifle sitting on top. Again, very stable, very good for PCP, not so good for springers because the rifle bounces around a bit more. I personally like to have that position. Hand wrapped around the gun, thumb gripping on, lovely and stable. Okay, so realism. Once you've got more experienced at shooting and that you're knocking a few targets down, what should you expect to see through the crosshairs? You know, are we going to stand up? We're going to look and we're going to hold that crosshair within the kill zone at 30, 35 yards. Well, the best shooters in the world are the 10-meter shooters who go to the Olympics. Now, a good friend of mine, Larissa Sykes, this is a picture of her here. Sorry, here. Sorry, Larissa, I just love that picture. She started off in HFT and then she ended up doing 10-meter. Again, picture here. Now, if you can see from this picture, she's wearing a compression suit. Her shoes have got extra wide soles. She's got gloves. You know, everything is made to make the body's core as stable as possible. We're not allowed that in HFT. Larissa ended up being a great 10-meter shooter. She started in HFT, ended up at the Commonwealth Games, and I'm certainly proud of her, and I know a lot of people within the HFT community are all very proud of her. Well done, Larissa. Come back to HFT soon. We'd love to have you back. Realistically, I've been doing this a long time, and I can't hold my crosshairs in the kill zone. So what you do is you use gravity to help you. And this is where breathing is really important. Line up to your target, find your kill zone, and then start breathing in and out. And you will see the barrel going up and down. Now, I'm exaggerating this for the video. So we're going up and down, up and down. Now, when the rifle is going up, that's fine. But when it's going down, gravity is pulling it in a straight line. Now, so you've cut out all of that wobble left and right. All you're doing now is going up and down. So you're going up, you're going down, you're going up, and then gradually getting it slower and slower and slower. And then with practice, you get to the point where you're just above the kill zone. Your brain tells your finger to pull the trigger, bang, and the pellet's gone. You're using gravity to take out the wobble left and right. And then it's just about controlling that up and down and learning when to pull the trigger so that the message from your brain to your finger to the trigger to the pull to the pellet, that you know that if the crosshairs are just above the kill when it's on its way down, that by the time the gun goes bang, the pellet will go in the kill zone. Well, we've looked at stance, we've looked at hand position, we've got our breathing up and down, and yet the target still isn't going over. Don't worry, you're with the rest of us. It's a really difficult shot. If it was easy, everyone would be world champion. But this is a good trick. The problem is you can get focused on holding that crosshairs around that 35mm kill zone. And that is a tiny kill zone. And you're there and you're holding it and you're thinking to yourself, this is really important. And the lactic acid is building up within your muscles and now you're starting to shake. Well, the minute you start to shake, just lower the rifle, step back away from the peg, be aware it's still loaded. Just say to your shooting partners, just taking a breath. You've got to shoot within 2 minutes. That's the rules of HFT. But once you start to shake, it's over. Take a couple of deep breaths. Allow the lactic acid that's in your muscles to dissipate. Come back on and get ready to shoot again. But this is what I do. I shoot a big, heavy spring gun, and I'm not particularly strong in my arms. And I struggle with my standers. I know the theory, but I'm not a great standing shooter. I don't look at the kill zone. I look at the plate. Now, the plate is huge. Sometimes at 30 yards, you put the gun up, and with my Optisand CP, the plate pretty much fills the entire lens. So all I think about is just getting that lead into the middle of the plate, just throwing it into the middle of the plate. And it's amazing. Since I've started doing that, I kill a lot more targets than I miss. So if you're really struggling with your shooting, or if you're really struggling with your standers, just ignore that kill zone and just try and chuck the lead into that massive, great big plate. You'll kill some, you'll dink some. Chances are you won't totally miss very many. It works for me. I've got to get better at my standers. Hands up, and hopefully I will. Maybe I'll watch this video and it will help me. So give that a try and let me know how you get on. Now, I'm well aware that quite a few of those people watching these videos, they love shooting, they love their HFT, but not everyone can get up and down from the peg as easily as everybody else. I mean, I've got some issues with my knees and I'm struggling at the moment. So they take a lot of their time. Well, basically, I know people who do the entire course shooting. Now, this is an HFT 500, one of the most accurate rifles on the market today, but it's a very long gun. A lot of the weight is forward. So if you've got a rifle like this and you're really struggling with your standers because it's front heavy, put some weights at the back. Some rifles like the BSA Gold Star and the HW100 are a very compact rifle. All of the weight is central mass and they're really easy to shoot standing. I'm considerably better with a Gold Star standing than I am with my Springer. So getting a gun that fits you with a scope that fits you is really important. So if you go to your gun shop and you want a gun to do predominantly standing with, get them to get the rifles out and put a scope on it, because a scope can massively change the balance of a rifle. Hold it up, see how it fits you, see how it's balanced. Massively important. Gun fit is probably more important than accuracy when it comes to standing shots. Okay, so I finished filming yesterday and I was editing the piece and I thought to myself, well, I've given out all of the technical information, which is all correct, but I haven't put it into practice. So let the ritual humiliation begin. Now, as we know, the range hates me. So what we're going to do, we do shotgun, we'll try and hold it in, and then we'll do the full version, using all the techniques that we've just learned. Rifle is an HFT 500. I've got the new Zeiss Conquest 4 scope, which is absolutely amazing. And I think I might do a video on it if you're interested. Right, so first of all, shotgun style. We've got a 30mm target. Why I'm using a 30 and not a 35, I've got no idea. Out at 30 yards. And we're going to do 3 shots, shotgun style. This is the most inaccurate for me, but I can guarantee you we're probably going to knock all these down because, as I said, the range hates me. Nope. So I'm trying to cock it there like a PCP. This feels very, very odd. Just low. Just left. Okay, now we're still going to use the breathing technique where we put the crosshairs above the kill zone but lower it down, but we're going to try and hold the aim point within the kill zone. Elbow in the ribs. See, and I'm sliding my hand back to adjust the height. Left. See, I could feel myself already starting to wobble because I'm physically trying to hold the rifle stable. Where's Larissa when you need her? Okay, we knocked one over. Oh, just going to go and reset it. Okay, forgot my my little yellow string, little orange string. Actually, I've had a couple of emails, people asking about these pellet pouches. They're made by Rex Bennett, beautiful leather work, and you can get them through flopover.co.uk. Right, we're going to shoot it like a competition. Hip forward, control the breathing, hopefully go slightly up and down, and basically do everything that we've done within the video. And let's see, obviously foot touching the peg, and let's see how we do. Okay, now I'm not aligned, so I'm going to move my rear foot. Okay, so that's it. Well, that's a good start. Although I'll be honest with you, it wasn't as stable as I was hoping. So hit right in the ribs. Don't shoot the camera. That's number 2. Although I think it might have hit slightly to the right. But we'll take it. Yeah, I'll split that one. Okay, so I'm off alignment again. Oh, just to the right hand side. But our final 3 shots, as you can see, were considerably closer. I was breathing, I was moving the barrel. You might not pick it up, but it's imperceptible. But hip forward, elbow in, up and down, and you will seriously improve your chances of knocking down a stander. Hopefully I haven't humiliated myself too badly, and have a good day. Well, I hope today's video has gone some way to helping you with your standing shots. It comes down to practice, 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 and I know not everyone has access to a range, but that's why it's so important to be a member of a club. I was at Thaden yesterday, and they opened the doors at 8 o'clock, started at 10, get there at 8, and spend 20, 30 minutes on the range just practicing. Almost every club I know will have a range for you to use before you shoot. So if you can only get out once a week or once a fortnight to your club for a competition or just for a day out, go and just do a bit of practice. You know, get yourself a target, set it out, speak to the organisers to make sure that's okay to do, and that will really help you. As ever, please, if you think I've missed something, got something wrong, then let me know at lifeatarange@gmail.com or put it in the comments below. I genuinely do not have an issue with anyone saying, Gary, you've got this wrong, or I do this to make it better within the comments. It's how we all learn. I always read all the comments that you all put down, and I've learned some stuff from the comments, and I know lots of other people have as well. So let me know how you do things. If you could like the video, would be much appreciated. If you could share it with anyone you know who needs some help with their standers, or if you just want to send it to a friend as an insult and say, you're really bad at standing, watch this video, that's fine as well. Please subscribe to Shooting and Country TV. There's plenty of videos on foxing, hunting, HFT. We've got some great stuff from Dave Barnum and Terry Doe. It's a channel that's really worth supporting and watching, and you know they're really getting behind us with our air guns, and it is genuinely very much appreciated. Our next video in a couple of weeks will be a strip down of an HW98, and we'll be fitting a TBT drop-in kit with new spring. And then the next part on our HFT improvement videos will be supported kneelers and standers. Let us know what else you'd like us to look at in the HFT videos. I think we're going to do pellets. There's lots of stuff we're going to do, but stick it in the comments below or drop me an email at lifeatarange@gmail.com. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, shoot straight, have a great day. Ta-da.